Hey mi gente, it's Julian Steve. You already know my name, but if you are new here, hey! Today's video is going to be a very interesting topic. Today I'm going to be discussing why some Garifunas do not like the terms Afro-Latinos, Afro-Latin-X, and my goal with this video is to convince at least some Garifunas who do not like the term Afro-Latinos and or Afro-Latin-X to maybe use it. Hopefully, I could convince them in this video. Okay. We are going to start the video now. In case you do not know what Garifunas are people of African or mixed African and indigenous heritage who originally lived on the Caribbean island of St. Vincent. Garifunas speak Garifuna, an Arawakan language, and Vincentian Creole. Of course, Garifunas also speak Spanish. Garifunas in Latin America could be found in Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, Nicaragua, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Why do some Garifunas do not identify with the terms Afro-Latinos and or Afro-Latin-X? According to Wikipedia, yes, I know Wikipedia is like, but I do believe this one is a fact. According to Wikipedia,
in March 2014, members of the Garifuna community made a formal complaint to the Public Prosecutor's Office concerning the use of the term Afro when relating to members of the Garifuna community by the state of Honduras, claiming the term Afro-Hondureño, Afro-Honduran in English is incorrect because black people in Honduras were born there and are citizens of the country as much as members of other races. To some Garifunas, the term Afro-Hondurans, Afro-Latinos, and Afro-Latin-X are being used to end the ethnic identity.
Back in 2021, there was a specific article made from the CNN website where they were interviewing Afro-Latinos and whether or not they identify with the term Afro-Latinos or Afro-Latin-X, and they were explaining about what they have went through as Afro-Latinos.
Now, fast forward to 2021. A Garifuna woman named Nydia explains her story to CNN on growing up as a Garifuna woman in the Bronx. She remembers when people called her Esa Morena in a disparaging way. Gitty, born to Honduran parents, continues to discuss her experience with non-black Latinos. She was one of the few black students and one of the few darker-skinned students in her elementary school bilingual class. She recalled Spanish speakers saying dehumanizing and disgusting things about black people around her because they assumed she wouldn't understand. But once it was known she understood Spanish, she said, people suddenly felt comfortable to share things about blackness in my presence that, for me, are super offensive. It's like, you do know that I'm black, right? Gitty concludes her thoughts by explaining why she, as a Garifuna woman, is tired of having to explain to people why she can speak Spanish fluently. For her, saying she's Afro-Latina erases her blackness. She states, I'm not any less black because I speak Spanish.
My thoughts about this. Well, I'm going to start off with the Wikipedia information. I'm kind of not surprised this is true. Back in around, I believe it was March, I'm not too sure, all I know it was this year, Amara Nalegra, she was called out for allowing these non-black Hondurans to dance punta in the music video, or punta, honestly I'm saying it wrong if I am. The point is, they were dancing punta, which is a dance for Garifunas, and basically they were called out for culturally appropriation. Long story short, there were Garifunas in the comments and they were complaining, criticizing Amara for participating in this and then allowing non-black Latinos to be in the music video. People in the comments, they were correcting her because she was trying to explain to them that Hondurans are Afro-Latinos too, but then there were a few Garifunas saying no, they're not. Da 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 da. So yes, I do believe this 2014 fact on Wikipedia is true. There are some Garifunas who do not consider themselves Afro-Latinos because of that, and this is why we're going to talk about that. Whoever has African roots from a Latin American country, one of their parents or both of their parents has some type of Latin American heritage, but they are black adjacent, these people are considered Afro-Latinos because of that. You have the blackness, but you also have the Latino-ness culture within you, and then you have your blackness phenotypically and culturally too. That is what we are as a collective, because it's going to be complicated where people gotta say, oh, this person from Honduras is Ganifua. I mean, I'm not saying they're not supposed to, because that's still your heritage, and technically that's still my heritage too, because I usually don't talk about this unless you saw my first video where I was talking about being Afro-Latino in 2020. I am Ganifua, but I don't claim that, and that's because my family, we don't really, how can I say this? We do not embrace our Ganifua culture as much as we do embrace our Honduran culture, and of course, you know, American, because I'm American. My parents, both of them, they from Honduras, and they are black Hondurans, but they Garifunas too. But both of my parents don't really claim the Ganifua, and that's because my grandparents, they didn't really raise them to be culturally invested in the Ganifua language and culture. Obviously, we do certain things that are Ganifua culture, but it's not our foundation. You know, it's not like what we really be focusing on. But I'm being honest, I'd rather be transparent than try to sugarcoat stuff, and also because I just want to keep it real with everyone, especially if you are not Ganifua or Honduran or Afro-Latinos and you're watching this. This is like a way of educating you guys too about these terminologies. But I'm going to try to maybe learn more about the Ganifua culture. Who knows, maybe I make a video about it, an in-depth video, or maybe I have someone who knows about Ganifua culture more than I do, and they could come to my channel, maybe educate me. But just keep it real. Nydia, I understand you why you do not want to identify as Afro-Latina or Afro-Latin-X. I do understand where you're coming from, especially because you went through so much discrimination as a bilingual Ganifua in your classroom growing up in the Bronx. Even though I do not have the similar experience as you, I've experienced racism as well from non-black Latinos, especially in middle school, elementary school, but middle school definitely. High school, it wasn't bad, but my point is you should embrace the term Afro-Latinos because that's what you are. Like I previously explained, you guys already know I previously explained it. Whoever is black adjacent from Latin America and or a mixed with black adjacent person from Latin America, you are automatically considered Afro-Latino, Afro-Latina, Afro-Latin-X, and so on, because that's what you are. Maybe you gotta do more research on the terminology, which makes sense, and it's also annoying for you as a person who is a bilingual speaker to overly explain yourself why your Spanish is very proper and it's fluent. I do understand that, but I personally think you should identify as Afro-Latina. But of course, I can't force you, but it would be nice to get more Garifunas to identify as Afro-Latino, Afro-Latina, Afro-Latin-X, whatever is the terminology you prefer more. We are black people, from Honduras and or who have parents from Honduras like me. Was born in the United States, but my parents are both black Hondurans from Honduras.
The punta is the most popular, originally a fertility dance of West African origin.
Concluding statements and the outro of this video. I hope I summed up why Garifunas should identify as Afro-Latinos. Hopefully, I done a great job. Once again, I do not feel comfortable identifying as Garifuna, even though I am Garifuna too. Thank you so much if you made this far in this video. I appreciate you. Tell me what do you think about this topic in the comments below. Hopefully, my Garifuna brothers and sisters and or non-binary Garifunas could maybe I convince them to identify as Afro-Latinos or Latin-X, Afro-Latin-X. Who knows? We're gonna see from the comments. If you know anyone who needs this video and you happen to be a black Honduran, share the video. And if you're watching this video, I want to, even though it passed, but Happy New Year. Thank you. I just want to show this off. Okay. Thank you and